Hey everyone, so today I want to talk about something that caught me off guard when I first started freelancing with clients in different countries. Getting paid sounds simple, right? But when you're working across borders, it can feel a little unpredictable. Some payments showed up pretty quickly, others took a while, and sometimes I honestly had no idea when the money was going to land. When I started comparing notes with other freelancers, I kept hearing similar stories. Everyone's details were different, but the overall experience was weirdly familiar. That's when I got curious about what's actually going on behind the scenes. Here's what I eventually realized. When you're working internationally, payments pass through different systems depending on the countries involved, the currencies, and whatever method that your client decided to use. And a lot of these systems weren't originally built with global freelance work in mind. So even if you do everything the same way each time, the timing can still shift. That alone helped me understand why things sometimes felt inconsistent. It wasn't me, it wasn't my clients, it was just how the process works. Based on my own experience and what other freelancers have told me, people usually get paid internationally in a few different ways. One way is through online work platforms that handle the invoicing and payout process for you. It can make things easier, but those systems come with set rules and sometimes extra fees. Another way is direct invoicing. This is where timing can really vary. Clients might use different banks, different payment tools, different currencies, or different transfer methods, and all of that affects when the money actually arrives. And honestly, most freelancers use a mix, a platform for some clients, invoicing tools for others, and maybe a payment app here and there. It's not wrong, it's just how most of us end up working. The big takeaway for me was this: it's usually not the exact speed that stresses people out, it's the lack of predictability. Planning around it'll arrive sometime this week is just hard, and that unpredictability can really impact your day-to-day life. When payments land at different times in different currencies through different systems, it becomes harder to budget, harder to plan, and honestly, sometimes a little stressful. But it's not your fault. It's not a sign that you're bad at freelancing or that your clients are unreliable. It's just the reality for managing cross-border work with tools that weren't originally built for the way that people work today. Once I understood that, a lot of the frustration made more sense. The optimistic part is that I'm starting to see more awareness around all of this. More freelancers are talking about these challenges. More businesses are hiring globally, and more companies are starting to build payment tools with international workflows in mind. People who work across borders often need clarity, consistency, flexibility, and fewer steps to keep track of. And it feels like we're finally heading in that direction. That's why I'm glad to see companies paying attention to this space. Remitly is one of the companies exploring solutions for freelancers and small businesses who work across borders with a focus on making things feel more straightforward. If you're navigating global freelancing, it's definitely a space worth watching. Lastly, if there's a part of global freelancing you want me to dig into next, payments, clients, workflows, any of it, just let me know. There's a lot to explore here.